All right, in question 7, we have a baseball, survey type of deal for people in Chicago. If you don't know, Chicago has 2 baseball teams, the Cubs and the White Sox. It's a very fun, heated rivalry for people to prefer either the Cubs or the Sox. And maybe you're like me and you just like both and you just enjoy going to the baseball game. It doesn't matter what team's playing. So we want to construct a two-way frequency table based on this Venn diagram here. So here is our Venn diagram. What we want to do is put this onto a two-way frequency table. And a part of that comes with labeling each of the frequencies. So when it comes to a two-way table from a Venn diagram, what you want to do is you want to take each of the two things being compared. In this case, we have one side is the Cubs and the other side is the Sox. And you can either like Cubs, it uses prefers, so prefers the Cubs, or you do not prefer the Cubs. The important reason why the Cubs exist at both of the top here is because I don't want these two to cross each other at any point, right? I don't want there to be a section where they can overlap, because you either prefer the Cubs or you don't. There's no in between. Like we're asking people to make a choice here. And that means I put the same thing on the side, but it'll just be prefer the White Sox, or does not prefer the White Sox. And then of course we have total and total. I always see people mixing these around. I always see people saying prefer the Cubs, prefer the Sox. But you got to remember, there are people like me who like both teams, who obviously can't be represented that way. So, okay, let's look at the data here. We'll start off with this 19 in the center. This 19, this overlap, are the people who prefer both the Cubs and the White Sox. So yeah, people like me, those 19 people, those are all my people. Next, we have people who prefer the Sox. The 79 people who just prefer the Sox. They don't really like the Cubs. So they prefer the White Sox. They do not prefer the Cubs. So they exist in this section right over here. So 79 over here. Next, we have the 121 people who just prefer the Cubs, but they don't like the White Sox. So those people are going to go in the prefer the Cubs, but do not prefer the White Sox, the 121 over here. And then we have this box right here. These are people who do not like the Cubs and do not like the White Sox. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at those 42 people who are not listed, right? 42 who are not in any category, and just leave them over there. And from there, we're just going to start adding things up, right? We're going to do 19 plus 79. Right, that's 98. So I'm going to put 98 right here. 121 plus, what is it? 42. 163. Add those together, 98 plus 3, and that's 261. We're going to add vertically too, so 19 plus 121. 19 plus 121, that's 140. And then we got 79 plus 42, 121, so 140 plus 121. And those should equal, right? I should add those horizontally, and they should equal 261. So 140 plus 121, yep, 261, perfect. So there's our two-way table.